Financial literacy is an essential skill that influences how individuals manage their finances, make informed decisions, and achieve financial prosperity. However, the levels of financial literacy differ significantly across generations, shaped by unique economic events and cultural shifts. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will discuss the differences in financial literacy across generations to better understand the changes that each generation brings. Financial decisions are often influenced by the economic environment and cultural context in which individuals grow up. Each generation inherits financial lessons from its predecessors, shaping their attitude towards money management, investment strategies, and spending habits. Let's talk about the silent generation. If you were born between 1928 and 1945, you belong to the silent generation. This was a defining event of its time, the Great Depression of 1929. This catastrophic economic downturn instilled a sense of frugality and caution regarding spending and saving. World War II, between 1939 and 1945, the war effort led to rationing and a focus on saving resources, reinforcing conservative financial habits. The post-war economic boom of 1945 to 1960. This was a period of growth that allowed for increased savings and investment, fostering a belief in the importance of job security and pension. This was the defining financial philosophy during this time. This generation prioritized saving over spending, often relying on pensions as a safety net. The cautious approach to finances has largely persisted. These are the lessons they learned from previous generations. They learned to be frugal and value security, but did not face significant debt challenges like later generations. They also learned to prioritize savings and job security, setting a precedent for future generations. The impact of the silent generation on subsequent generations was that the emphasis on saving and cautious spending became foundational principles for baby boomers who inherited a mindset of focus on stability. Let's talk about baby boomers. If you were born between 1956 and 1964, you belong to the baby boomer generation. This was the defining event during this time. The post-war economic expansion. The booming economy allowed for greater consumerism and home ownership. The oil crisis of the 1970s. This event led to inflation and economic uncertainty, prompting a more cautious approach to spending. The Great Recession of 2007 to 2009. Many baby boomers faced significant losses in retirement savings, leading to a reevaluation of investment strategies. The prevailing financial philosophy during this time was that they embraced home ownership as a path to wealth and relied on traditional investment vehicles like stocks and bonds. The mistake they learned from previous generations was that while they benefited from economic growth, many faced challenges during downturn. Some failed to adopt their strategies in response to changing economic conditions. They learned the value of long-term investment in real estate and employer-sponsored retirement plans. The impact of baby boomers on subsequent generations was that while they instilled the importance of home ownership, millennials often felt burdened by the financial decisions made by the baby boomer parents, particularly regarding debt management. Let's talk about Generation X. If you were born between 1965 and 1980, you belong to Generation X. This was the defining event that occurred during this time. The early 1990s recession. Economic downturn led to job losses and increased skepticism about job security. The dot-com bubble burst of 2000. This event shaped the views on technology investment and risk management. The financial crisis of 2008. Many Generation Xers experienced significant financial setbacks affecting their retirement plans. The prevailing financial philosophy during this time was that known for valuing flexibility and work-life balance. The Generation X often struggle with student loans and mortgage debt, but are generally more financially literate than previous generations. The lessons they learned from previous generations was that they learned about debt management from baby boomers, but still grappled with high personal debt levels themselves. They learn to diversify investment and prioritize financial independence through side hustles. The impact of Generation X on subsequent generations was that Generation X focused on diversification, influenced millennials' approach to managing debt, and seeking alternative investment opportunities. Let's talk about the millennials. If you were born between 1981 and 1996, you belong to the millennial generation. This was the defining event that occurred during this time. The Great Recession of 2007 and 2009. Entering adulthood during this economic crisis severely impacted job prospects and financial outlook. The student loan crisis. Rising tuition costs led to unprecedented levels of student debt, shaping their financial decisions. Rise of technology. The digital age has influenced the investment strategies, with many gravitating towards online platforms and cryptocurrencies. The prevailing financial philosophy of this time was that millennials prioritized experiences over material possessions but struggled with student loan debt. They are more open to alternative investments like cryptocurrency. The lessons they learned from previous generations was that while they have adopted some of lessons about saving, many feel burdened by the financial decisions made by baby boomers. They also learned the importance of understanding and managing debt, particularly student loans. The impact of the millennials on subsequent generations was that millennials' focus on technology for financial management has influenced Generation Z's approach to budgeting and investing. Let's talk about Generation Z. If you were born between 1997 and 2012, you belong to the Generation Z. This was the defining event of this time. COVID-19 pandemic of 2020. Economic uncertainty during the pandemic heightened awareness of financial literacy needs among this generation. The digital revolution. Growing up in a digital age has influenced their interactions with money and investment strategies. Increased financial education initiatives. Most schools are offering personal finance courses reflecting a shift towards better financial education. The prevailing financial philosophy of this generation was that this generation exhibits low confidence in their financial knowledge but is inclined towards entrepreneurship. They prefer savings accounts over investments due to uncertainty. The lessons they learned from previous generations was that Gen Z recognizes the importance of learning from past mistakes but often lack guidance due to limited discussions about money in previous generations. They recognize the need for self-education in personal finance due to a lack of formal education on the subject. The impact of this generation on future generations was that if Gen Z prioritizes financial literacy, they can set a strong foundation for Generation Alpha, ensuring that the lessons learned are passed down effectively. Let's talk about the impact of technology on financial decisions made across generations. Technological advancements have profoundly influenced financial decisions across generations, shaping how individuals manage their money, invest, and interact with financial institutions. Each generation has adapted to the technologies available during their formative years, leading to distinct financial behaviors and attitudes. The silent generation experienced limited technological advancements in their early years. Traditional banking methods dominated, and personal finance was often managed through physical ledgers and face to face interaction. These were some of the financial decisions made during this time. The lack of sophisticated financial tools reinforced a culture of saving and frugality. Limited access to investment information led to a cautious approach towards stock markets. The impact of technology on this generation was while technology began to emerge later in their life, such as the introduction of calculators and basic computers, many remained skeptical about adopting new financial technologies. The baby boomers witnessed the rise of personal computers and online banking in their adulthood. The internet became mainstream in the 1990s, changing how people access financial information. This was some of the financial decisions made during this time. Emphasis on home ownership. Many baby boomers invested heavily in real estate during periods of economic growth. Stock market engagement. The introduction of online trading platforms allowed for easier access to stock markets, though many still prefer traditional brokers. The impact of technology on this generation was while they began to embrace technology for managing finances, many baby boomers lacked comprehensive digital literacy compared to younger generations. They often relied on traditional financial advice rather than self directed online resources. Generation X grew up during the transition from analog to digital technology. They experienced the rise of personal computers and the internet, which began to influence financial behavior. This was some of the financial decisions made during this time. Diverse investment. They utilized emerging technologies to explore various investment options, including retirement accounts and non-traditional investments. Financial independence. Many Generation Xers embraced side hustles and entrepreneurial ventures facilitated by online platforms. This was the impact of technology on this generation. This generation adapted well to technological changes, using tools like online banking and budgeting software to manage their finances more effectively. Their resourcefulness set a precedent for millennials. Millennials are often referred to as digital natives, having grown up with the internet, smartphones, and social media. This era significantly influenced their financial habits. These were some of the financial decisions made during this time. Embracing fintech. They are early adopters of financial technology, using apps for budgeting, investing, and managing credit scores. Alternative investments. Millennials are more open to investing in cryptocurrencies and peer to peer lending platforms due to their tech savvy nature. This was the impact of technology on this generation. The ease of accessing information online has empowered millennials to take control of their financial education. They tend to prioritize experiences over material possessions but are also burdened by student debt. Generation Z had grown up in a fully digital world characterized by rapid technological advancements. They are accustomed to instant access to information and services through smartphones. These are some of the financial decisions made during this time. Focus on sustainability. This generation is inclined towards ethical consumption and sustainable investing facilitated by technology. Digital finance management. They utilize mobile apps for budgeting, saving, and investing, often relying on social media for financial advice. This was the impact of technology on this generation. Generation Z's fluency with digital tools allows them to manage finances effectively. Their natural understanding of technology positions them well for future economic challenges, but also presents risks related to impulsive spending behaviors influenced by social media trends. What are some of the steps that individuals and institutions can use to foster financial literacy and prosperity for future generations? Integrate financial education into school curricula. Implement mandatory personal finance courses at all educational levels. Promote open discussions about money. Encourage families to talk openly about finances to demystify money management. Utilize technology for learning. Leverage apps and online resources focused on personal finance for younger audiences. Encourage saving habits early on. Introduce programs that incentivize young people to save money through marked savings accounts or rewards for reaching saving goals. Provide access to financial mentorship. Establish mentorship programs connecting young individuals with experienced professionals who can offer guidance on managing finances. The financial decisions made by each generation significantly influences the habits and attitudes of subsequent generations. From the silent generation's emphasis on saving to millennials' tech-driven approaches to finance, these lessons shape how each cohort navigates economic challenges. Understanding this generational legacy can help inform future financial education initiatives aimed at fostering responsible money management across all age groups. The evolution of financial literacy across generations illustrates how economic events shape financial philosophy. Each generation has inherited valuable lessons, both positive and negative, from its predecessors. By understanding these lessons, we can better prepare future generations for financial success. To foster a culture of financial literacy and prosperity, it is essential to implement educational initiatives that empower individuals with the knowledge they need to navigate economic challenges effectively. Now we have come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful, insightful, and educational. Please do not forget to like and subscribe for more content like this on your timeline.